Hello, this is Guided DPP. DPP stands for Daily Practice Problems, and this is special DPP in which you need to come along and solve along with me, okay, throughout this video. That's why it's called as Guided DPP, and it's a very powerful technique of learning, and it's kind of an active learning process. And in this session, what we will do is we will do this for Class 8 CBSE syllabus. We'll take the first 21 problems of the exemplar in chapter 2, data handling. For each problem, what you need to do is there will be 3 stages for each problem that you solve. The first stage, during the first stage, what you'll do is you will read the question and solve the question in your notebook. And in the second phase, I'll solve the problem, you look into the solution, and in the third phase, what you do is you correct the solution. Okay, and this is the way the problem has to be solved. Okay, now this is question number 1. This please read the question and solve the question in your notebook. Pause, resume. Okay, now this is the second phase of problem solving where we will solve the problem. The height of a rectangle in histogram shows the okay. So you know what an histogram is, right? So in the histogram, what is asked is the height of the histogram. The height of the histogram. As we know, the height of the histogram is marked on the y-axis, which is nothing but the frequency. Okay, it is the frequency of each of the class. So the correct answer is D. Okay, now you please pause the video and correct the solution. Pause, resume. Okay, now this is the next question. Read the question and answer the question in your notebook. Pause, resume. Okay, let us now look into the solution. A geometric representation showing the relationship between a whole and its part. We know whole is a pie chart. In a pie chart, we have a whole and a part, a segment of those things. So this is a pie chart. Okay, the answer for this is a pie chart. Okay, now you please correct your solution. Pause, resume. Let us go to the third question. Read the question and solve the question in your notebook. Pause, resume. Okay, let us solve this problem. In a pie chart, the total angle at the center of the circle. As we know, how does a pie chart look like? Pie chart is basically a circular chart. Okay, for a circle, the total angle at the center is 360 degrees. So, since pie chart is a circular chart, the total angle at the of a circle or a pie chart will be 360 degrees. Okay, this is the correct answer. Now you please correct in your notebook. Pause, resume. Okay, let us go to the next question. Read this question and solve the question in your notebook. Pause, resume. Okay, let us look at the solution. The range of the data. Range is the lowest number minus the highest number. So which is the lowest number? 61. Yeah, 61 is the highest. Okay. And what is the lowest number? 30, 20. Okay, so 20 is the lowest. So highest minus lowest is 1 and 41. So the correct answer is 41. Okay, correct answer is 41. C is the right option. Okay, now you please correct your solution. Pause, resume. Now read this question and read this question and write down the solution. Pause, resume. Okay, which of the following is not a random experiment? So tossing a coin is a random experiment. Okay, rolling a dice is a well-known random experiment in which the outcome we cannot decide. Random experiment is something in which the outcome you cannot decide. It can be one among many. Okay, choosing a card from a deck of 52 cards. This is also a very typical random experiment. These 3 are very typical random experiments. So definitely then this is the answer. Throwing a stone from the roof of a building is not a random experiment. Okay, throwing once is not at least a random experiment. Okay, throwing only one stone is not. Maybe throwing thousands of stones, that could be a random experiment. But throwing a stone from a roof, one stone from a roof of a building, it cannot be classified as a random experiment. Okay. So you please correct your answer. Pause. Resume. Okay, let us go into the next problem. Read the question and solve this question. Pause. Resume. Okay, what is the probability of choosing a vowel from the alphabets? Okay, here probability definition, general definition you should know. What is the definition of a probability is? Probability is given by favorable number of favorable chances. Number of favorable chances by total number of chances. By total. This is the probability of any event. So probability of an event is number of favorable chances for that event, and total number of events. Okay, total number of events. Here, what is the probability of choosing a vowel from the English alphabets? So the total number of possibilities is 26, and total number of vowels in English is 5. Okay, so A, E, I, O, U. As you know, A, E, I, O, U are the vowels of English alphabet, which are 5 numbers. So number of favorable chances. So what is the probability of choosing a vowel? So here the random experiment is choosing a vowel. So the favorable chances is number of favorable chances is 5, and total number of chances are 26. So 5 by 26 is the right option. Okay, 5 by 26 is the right option. Okay, look into please correct your solution. Pause. Resume. Okay, read this question and solve the problem. Pause. Resume. Okay, in a school only 3 out of 5 students can participate in the competition. What is the probability of students who do not make it to the competition? Okay, see here what is the let A be the event. So probability of A, what is the probability of student who does not? So A is the probability of participating in. Let A be the event which tells about participating in a competition. Okay, so here if you see total number of events, number of favorable events is 3, and total number of events is 5. Okay, what is the probability of students who do not make it to the competition? Who do not make it to the competition will be P of A dash. That is, P of A dash will be 1 minus P of A. 1 minus P of A, which means it is equal to 1 minus 3 by 5, which is equal to 5 minus 3 is 2 by 5. So 2 by 5 is 0.4. Okay, 0.4 is the correct answer. Okay, now you please correct your solution. Pause. Resume. Okay, read this question and solve the question in your notebook. Pause. Resume. Okay, let us look into the solution. Which color received 1/5 of the votes? If you see, students of a class voted for their favorite color and pie chart was prepared based on the data observed. Okay, observe the pie chart below and answer this questions 8 to 10. 8, 9, 10. The next 3 questions. Which color received 1/5 of the votes in this? 1/5 means what? 1/5 is 1/5 is, let me just 1 second. 1/5 means 20%, right? 150 into 1/5 into 100 is 1 by 5 is 20, so 20%. So here everything is given in 20%, so I converted 1 by 5 into 20%. If you see which color received 25% of votes, if you see here, this is the color that has received 20% of the votes. Okay, so the answer is C. Okay, C is the right answer. Okay, now you please correct your solution. Pause. Resume. Okay, let us go to the next question. Read the question and solve the problem. Pause. Resume. Okay, now let us look into the solution. Again the same problem. If 400 students voted in all, total is 400. Okay, total is 400. 400 voted in all, then how many did vote others color as their favorite? Others color is 6%. So 6% of 400. 600, then how many students did vote others? So others will be 6% of 400. 6% of 400 means 6% means 6 divided by 100. Of means multiplication of, and the total, multiplication of 6% of the total. 6% of the total. What is total? Total is given as 400. So 6 by 100 into 400. So 0, 0, 0, 0, 6 4s are 24. So the right answer is option C. Okay, right option is option C. Okay, now you please correct your solution. See, generally whenever you are correcting solution, please correct it in a red pen. Okay, that way you can distinguish what you have done and what mistake you have made. Okay. Okay, I forgot to inform this in the beginning, but please follow. For all the guided DPP, that is a rule. You have to use your red pen to correct your solution. Okay, pause. Resume. Okay, let us go to the next problem. Read the question and work out the solution. Pause. Resume. Okay, now let us solve the problem. Which of the following is a reasonable conclusion for the given data? 1 by 20th student voted for blue color. 1 by 20th student. Okay, 1 by 20th student means 1 by 20th of total students means 1 by 20th into 100. Okay, in terms of percentage. So this will be 5%. So 5%. 5% voted for blue color. No, 25% I voted for blue color. So this is not correct. Green is the least popular color. Green is the least popular color. If you see less than green, yellow is least popular. Even yellow is lesser popular than green. Okay, so this is also not correct. The number of students who voted for red color is 2 times the number of students who voted for yellow color. Red color is 35%. Okay, it is 2 times the number of students who voted for yellow. Yellow is 14%. 14 into 2 is 28%. So 28% is not equal to 35%. So this is also not the correct option. Number of students liking together yellow and green. Liking together yellow and green color is approximately the same as that of red color. Yellow and green is what? Liking to the yellow and green means yellow and green. That means 20 plus 14. 20 plus 14 is 34%. Is approximately the same as that for the red color. Red color is 35%. Yeah. So this is approximately 35%. 34% is approximately equal to 35% in this context. So this is the right option. Okay, this is the right option. Now you please correct your solution with a red pen. Pause. Resume. Okay, let us go to the next problem. Read the question and solve the problem in your notebook. Pause. Resume. Okay, let us look into the solution. Listed below are the temperatures in degrees Celsius for 10 days. What is the range of the data? Range of the data, as you know, is the highest minus lowest. Here you have to be careful of the sign of the values. Okay, which is the highest? 0, 3, 3 is not the highest, 1, 5. 5 is the highest value. So highest is equal to 5 degrees Celsius. 5 degrees Celsius. Okay, lowest value is lower than minus 6 is minus 8. Yeah, so lower is minus 8. So 5 minus of minus 8 is what? 5 minus of minus 8. 5 minus of minus 8 is 5 plus 8. So this is equal to 5 plus 8 is 13. So 13 degrees Celsius should be your answer. Okay, 13 degrees Celsius should be answer. This is the answer. Okay, now you please correct your solution. Pause. Resume. Okay, read the question and solve the question in your notebook. Pause. Resume. Okay, let us solve this problem. Ram put some buttons on the table. There were 4 blue, 7 red, 6 black and 6 white buttons in all. All of a sudden a cat jumped in the table and knocked out one button on the floor. What is the probability that the button on the floor is blue? Okay, so probability of blue button. Probability of blue button is, what is the favorable chance? Your favorable chance is blue. Okay, favorable this is blue by total. by total number of possibilities. For total number of possibilities will be 4 blue plus 7 red plus 3 black plus 6 white. Okay, this is the probability of what is the probability? The button on the blue is blue. So total number of favorable chances by the total number of favorable events by total number of events. Favorable events is 4 here. Okay, because the probability is for blue. So 4 divided by the total is 4 plus 6 10, 10 and 10 20. 20. So 4 divided by 20. 4 divided by 20, nothing is there here. So let us simplify. 1 divided by 5. 1 divided by 5, we are having the answer. Okay, 1 divided by 5 is the right answer. Okay, please correct your solution. Pause. Resume. Okay, read this question and solve the problem in your notebook. Pause. Resume. Okay, let us solve this problem now. Rahul, Varun and Yash are playing a game of spinning a colored wheel. Rahul wins if spinner lands on, okay, red. Varun wins if spinner lands on blue, okay. And Yash wins if, okay, each one different color. If it comes, they are considered winner. Which of the following spinner should be used to make the game fair? Okay, game should be fair, so everyone should have the equal chances. Okay, if you see into there are 4 spinners that are given. Let us come from left. Here, if you see green is biased. This one is biased towards green. Green is having a higher probability. Okay, green and red, they are having higher probability. Blue is having very less chance. So this is not a good. This is not a fair spinning. Okay, it's fair spinner. This is not a fair spinner. So let us remove that. Here, if you see, green is having higher chances of victory. So this is also not fair. Here, if you see, 2 green is there, 3 blue is there, and 1 red. This is also not fair. So this looks to be correct. Let us see. 2 blue, 2 green, 2 red, and all of them are equal size. So this is the right thing, because here all are having equal chance. Red is 2 out of 6. Okay, red is 2 out of 6, green is 2 out of 6, and blue is 2 out of 6, which means 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. So this is this spinner should be used for a fair game. Okay. Okay, now you please correct the solution. Pause. Resume. Read this question and answer this question in your notebook. Pause. Resume. Okay, let's look into the solution. In a frequency distribution with classes 0 to 10, 10 to 20, etc., the size of the class interval is 10. Okay. The lower limit of the 4th class. Okay, what they're telling is 0 to 10 is first class. Then second class is 10 to 20. Some value is there. Okay, some value is there. Then third class is 20 to 30. Fourth class will be 30 to 40. Okay, going by the trend. So some value is there, some value is there. The question is not about the value. The question is about the class. The lower limit of the 4th class. This is the first class. This is the second class. This is the third class and 4th class. The lower limit of the 4th class is, this is the lower limit of the 4th class, which is 30. Okay, 30 is the right answer. Okay, 30 is the right answer. Now you please correct your solution. Pause. Resume. Okay, read this question and try to solve this problem in your notebook. Pause. Resume. Okay, now let us solve this problem. A coin is tossed 200 times. Okay, and head appeared 120 times. Okay, the probability of getting a head in this experiment. Okay, probability, let A be the event that indicates getting a head in the experiment. Okay, so probability of A is number of events favoring a head. Number of events favoring head is 120. Number of events favoring head is 120, and total number of events is 200. Total number of events is 200. So probability of A, or the probability of getting a head in this experiment, is number of events favoring head is 120 and total number of events is 200. So if you simplify this, 0 and 0, then this is 3 fours are and 5 fours are. So 3 by 5. So 3 by 5 is the right option. Okay, 3 by 5 is the right option. Correct your solution. Pause. Resume. Okay, read this question and solve the problem in your notebook. Pause. Resume. Okay, let us solve this problem. Data collected in a survey shows that 40% of the buyers are interested in buying a particular brand of toothpaste. Okay, the central angle of the sector or the pie chart representing this information. Okay, so what they're saying is there is a pie chart. Okay, there is a pie chart, and this is 40%. Let us suppose this is 40%. Okay, 40% of the buyers interested in buying a particular. The central angle of the sector of the pie representing this information. What is the central angle? 40%. Okay, 40% is this one. So how much is the thing? See, 100%. 100% is 360 degrees. So 40% is what? That's all. 40% is what is the angle for this. So let it be x. So now if you solve this, 100 into x is equal to 360 into 4. Sorry, 360 into 40. This implies x is equal to 360 into 40 divided by 100. Divided by 100. So 0 and 0, 0, 0. So 4 6 are 24. 2, 4 3s are 12 plus 2, 144. 144 degree is the right answer. So your option should be option C. Okay. Okay, please correct your solution. Pause. Resume. Okay, read this question and solve the problem in your notebook. Pause. Resume. Okay, let us look into the solution. Monthly salary of a person is 15,000. The central angle of the sector representing this is, okay, so again this is a pie chart. So in the pie chart, 60%, approximately 60%. So let us assume this 60%. 60 degrees, I'm sorry. So it's not 60%. The central angle of sector representing his expense on food and house rent on a pie chart is 60 degrees. The amount is pence. Okay, so it is 60 degrees. Okay, approximately it is like this. This is the monthly salary of person. The total is 15,000 rupees. Okay, total is 15,000. The 100% of this, 100%. 100% or 360 degrees. 360 degrees is 15,000. The central angle of the sector representing his expense on food and, so this is only food and rent. Food and rent on pie chart, this is 60 degrees. This is 60 degrees. Central angle is 60 degrees. The amount he spends on food and house. Okay, so 60 degrees is the amount that is spending on 50 this one. So the total is 360 degrees. So this means how much is spending on food and rent is, see, 60 degrees out of 360 degrees is the proportion, is the fraction that is spending on this one, the food and renting. So 60 by 360 into total. Total is how much? 15,000 rupees. 15,000. Okay, like this. So 60 degrees out of 360 degrees is the fraction. A fraction of what? Fraction of total is what we need to find to obtain the food and rent amount. Okay, so if you simplify this, you will get 0 and 0, 1, 6 are 6. Okay, so this is 15,000 by 6. So this is 2 3s are and 5 3s are 0 0 0 and 1 2s are and 2,500. Okay, so your right option should be rupees 2,500. Okay, rupees 2,500 is the right option. Okay, please correct your solution. Pause. Resume. Read this question and work out your solution. Pause. Resume. Okay, let us now solve this problem. The following pie chart, okay, gives the distribution of constituents in the human body. The central angle of the sector showing the distribution of protein and other constituents. Protein is there of the dry elements and other constituents. Okay, so one second. The central angle of the sector showing the distribution of protein and other constituents. Here water is there. Water is given. Protein is given. Showing the distribution of protein and other constituents of the dry elements. Okay, I guess there is some small error in this question, but okay, it looks like protein alone is being taken. I think so. No, protein and this one. Okay, so this is others. Okay, this question is not very clear. So this is others.
others. So the central angle of the showing the distribution of protein and other constituents. So 16 plus 14. So the total contribution for protein and other constituents will be 16% plus 14%. 15 plus 14% is what? This is 30%. Okay, 30% of 360. 30% of 360 degrees will give you the central angle. So this means 30% of 360 means 30 divided by 100 into 360. Okay, into 360. So 0 and 0, 0 and 0. So this will be 3 6 are 18, 1 3 3 are 9, 108 degrees. Okay, 108 degrees is the right option. Okay, 108 degrees is the right option. Okay, please correct your solution, pause, resume. Okay, read this question and work out the problem in your notebook, pause, resume. Okay, let us look into the solution. Rohan and Shalu are playing with 5 cards. Okay, 5 cards are there as shown in the figure. What is the probability of Rohan picking a card without seeing it that has the number 2 on it? Okay, so total is 5. Okay, probability of the event A. Event A is what? Event A is Rohan picking a card without seeing it. Okay, what is the probability that the number is 2? What is the number? What is the total number of possibilities? 1 2 3 4 5. 5 is the total number of cards. And how many cards are there with number 2 on it? 1 and 2. So 2 cards are having with the number 2 on it. So this is the probability of this particular event. Favorable chances is 2. Okay, because the event is about picking the number 2. Okay, picking the number 2. So the probability of picking a number 2 among this 5 set of cards will be 2 times 2 is coming and total number of cards is 5. So 2 divided by 5 is the right option. Okay, so this is the right option. Okay, now you please correct your answer, pause, resume. Okay, let us look into the next problem. Read this question and solve the question in your notebook, pause, resume. Okay, let us solve this question now. The following pie chart represents the distribution of proteins in parts of a human body. What is the ratio of distribution of proteins in the muscles to that of proteins in the bones? Okay, proteins in the muscles. Okay, this one. This one we need to find out, and to that of the proteins in the bones. Muscles and proteins to the bones. Okay, this is what we need to find out. So the ratio is given by 1 by 3 is to 1 by 6. Okay, that is M is to B. M is to B is 1 by 3. What is the ratio of the distribution of proteins in the muscles to that of the proteins in the bones? M is to proteins in the muscles only. Yeah, M is to B is 1 is to 3 is equal to 1 is to 6. Okay, so this means this, if you take LCM, this will be 6. So this will be 2 is to 1. So M is to B is 2 is to 1. 2 is to 1 is the right ratio. This is answer D. Okay, answer D is the right option. Okay, correct your solution, pause, resume. Okay, read this question. What is the central angle of the sector? Read this question and solve this problem in your notebook, pause, resume. Okay, let us solve this question. What is the central angle of the sector representing skin and bones together? Skin is this one, skin and bones together. Okay, so skin and bones is comprising 110 plus 16. Okay, skin and bone is comprising 110 and 116. The total is 1. Total is 1. 1 is representing 360 degrees. Okay, what is 1 by 10 plus 1 by 6? Let us first complete this one. This is like, we can take LCM 30. So if you take LCM 30, 3 plus 5. So this is 8 by 30. So 8 by 30 means, okay. So one full part is 360 degrees. 8 by 30 part, we want to know how much is the 8 by 30 part. 8 by 30, let it be x. So if you solve this, this will be x is equal to 8 by 30 into 360. 8 by 30 into 360. So if you solve this, this will be 0 and 0 and 1 3s are and 12s are. So this is 8 2s are 16, 1, 8 1s are 8 plus 9, 96 degrees. So 96 degrees should be your right option. This should be a right option. Okay, 96 degrees. Okay, now you please correct your solution, pause, resume. Okay, read this question and solve the problem in your notebook, pause, resume. Okay, let us now solve this problem. What is the central angle of the sector representing hormones, enzymes and other proteins? Hormones, representing hormones, enzymes, and okay, this is the one that is there. Okay, now if you for this one, total we know is 1. Total we know is 1. Here everywhere there is fraction is not given for this. So how do you find the fraction for this? Let this be x. Okay, so x plus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 10 plus 1 by 6, this total should be equal to 1. So which means if you solve this one, you will get x plus 30 is the LCM. So this will be 10, 3 and 5 equal to 1. This implies x plus 30, 13 plus 5 is 18. 18 is equal to 1. This implies x is equal to 1 minus 18 by 30. 1 minus 18 by 30 is 30 is the LCM. 30 minus 18 is 12. 12 by 30. 12 by 30 means 2 6 are and 5 6 are. So this is 2 by 5. Okay, 2 by 5 is the fraction x. That means the complete fraction 1 is 360 degrees. How much does the fraction 2 by 5 correspond to? 2 by 5 correspond to, let it be x. Okay, we already used x once, so let it be y. Now if you solve this problem, you will get y into 1 is equal to this one, and 360 degrees into 2 by 5 into 2 by 5. So 1 5s are, san 5s are 35, 1 2. So 2 into this is 144 degrees. Okay, 144 degrees is the right option. 144 degrees is the right option. Okay, now you please correct your solution, pause, resume. Okay, so now we have come to the end of this particular part of the DPP of chapter 2. If you found this video useful, please click on the like button and subscribe to the channel, and also look into the playlist if you have missed any other videos in this particular playlist group. Okay, thank you very much. Bye.